another day at the Georgia Meth Shop. Let's get this thing open real quick. All right, phone should be working, computer's functioning. Let's wash our hands real quick before we get to work. All right, let's start this thing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, how we doing? Welcome back to the Georgia Meth Shop. So, today, you guys, as you guys know from the past videos that we've been posting, we got to work on this Chevy Camaro here, you guys. As you guys know, a couple days ago while we were here at the shop, we had received a phone call from a customer who was interested in doing business with us. We had to go in order. Obviously, we got done with the Ford F100, and then this is the next one. So, project for this one, customer wants it to be fast. So this car will have a V8 supercharged motor in it, so it's going to be fast, it's going to be quick how he wants it, and he wants it blacked out. So he wants it tinted, black rims, black body, everything you can think of. So let's stop chit-chatting and let's just get to work right away. After we finish this car, I do want to head to the auction. There's a couple things I want to look at, and I do want to also get some other items or parts for some cars. So let's just do this real quick. But yeah, no, we had received a call a couple days ago, you guys probably know, and you know, we're getting to work. We got a lot of cars we got to do, so I'm trying to get it to where we get more efficient with everything and get done faster with these cars, because we got so many people that want work done that it's just gonna get amped up, and it's just not gonna end good. So yeah, all right, let's get this thing welded up real quick. We're gonna strip it down, of course, like usual, and then after we strip it down, we'll get the body on it, wash it, make it look brand new. Okay, so it looks like it was red before, obviously won't be like that now. Let's get these fuses off real quick. Let me do this actually, just so I'm aware. Get this car looking clean as new. Okay, I think that's it for down here under the hood. All right, get it up. But yeah, a lot of people were surprised. I stopped driving the Corvette for a little bit. They were like, oh, so I got a Trackhawk now. Yeah, I personally preferred, you know, just not to put so much miles on that car, especially that it's like, you know, it's not a car that you should daily, especially if you're able to afford something nicer, I guess would be the word. So I'm like, hey, might as well just, you know, get something that I can daily and all that. That's part of the reason why I do want to go to the dealership, because I do want to take a look at a possible van maybe, or another Jeep, like a 4-door, like that type of car, for just parts, just to get parts, you know, and all that, because I do need to get some. So I'm thinking about that, because the truck I want to use it for parts, of course, but then I also want to have it be like, you know, for deliveries and all that. So if we do that, you know, we're gonna have to have something else, and if we don't have something else, it's just gonna be a bit of a fraction. So, you know, we'll take a look at that as soon as we're able to. For now, we're gonna work on this Camaro. We bought this thing off of the, I believe it was, where was it? We bought it off of, I think it was, yeah, the junkyard. We went to the junkyard, or I went one night, or one day, I think it was in the afternoon. I went and I took a look, bought this. There's a couple cars that we have that we got, you know, needing a lot of work to get done to it, and then for the dealership, because a lot of these cars, when I've bought them, it's for the dealership, you know, get them restored. But if we have customers that want them, you know, we'll also get them fixed up and sold to them, because at the end of the day, basically the same thing. We'd be making money, same style, so it's like, might as well. All right, it's in pretty horrible condition. It looks like it was sitting for a while in the junkyard, like a good amount of time, because like I saw it and I was like, what the hell, this thing is rusted up badly, and it didn't cost that much. It costed I'll probably be able to tell after this, it wasn't that much. It was pretty cheap. So it's a SS model also. Customer wanted it fast, so this is going to be literally in his ballpark, you know. It's going to be exactly how he wanted it. So it's gonna be quick, easy, simple. Not too much of a struggle. Now there is a lot of parts this thing takes from what it looks like. Bunch of shenanigans. All right, there we go. We got that side, but it should be easy. Very nice too. He wants it blacked out, so we'll see what he uses it for. If he decides to let us know. Shoot, because I do want to get another car very soon to rebuild for myself personally. But right now I'm just so occupied with this that I just haven't even thought of, you know, getting another car right now to fix up. Because the Trackhawk, I had it in storage and I was like, you know what, let me get another one of these. And the old one that we rebuilt for the dealership that's outside, and I was like, you know what, why don't I just get one for myself? And I got one, rebuilt it, and you know, went from there. All right, let's take these off real quick. All right, okay, so car is stripped down to the T. Pretty quick, easy. Now let's get this thing to the, whoa, hold on, not yet. Actually, I almost forget about this. Let's put this here. I'll probably keep this over here for now, just because I'm gonna need it eventually. Get rid of some of these parts that we have also, because a lot of them I won't need. Okay, I gotta put those engines away. All right, let's go to the car wash, get this thing looking brand new, give it a nice wash, get this red popping even more. Red doesn't look bad on these cars, but customer wants a black, so it is what it is. Damn, stripped down to the T. That's crazy. All right, let's purchase the body parts. I know there's probably a lot on this car. So we're gonna put, let me see here. We'll probably go with the ZL1 body style mixed with the SS model. These are all engine covers with, you know what, let's go with this one. SS. Ooh, let's go with this one, because he's gonna want it to look badass. I don't blame him. All right, let's go with paintable. All right, let's put this body on, make this thing look aggressive. There we go. We're gonna make sure this thing sounds badass for this customer. Make sure it comes out brand spanking new for him. I think we've worked on an SS before. Yeah, we've worked on it at the beginning. We worked on one of these. They're not too bad. It's pretty easy to work on them. It's not like a pain in the rear end, honestly. Surprisingly, they're not too bad. There we go. All right, body is back on the Camaro. Keep almost saying Corvette. What the hell, George? Now let's just get the seats real quick that it needs. There's a lot of parts it's gonna need. Steering wheel, we're gonna go with, we'll go with this one. All right, let's add back the steering wheel, the seats real quick. All right, there we go. All right, car's gonna look bad freaking ass, y'all. I'm telling you, he's gonna love it. All right, let's get this thing in the paint shop so then we could get the body parts or the body or parts back on and get this thing rolling. So he wants it black. Oh, so it looks like it was black, factory color. All right, makes it even nicer. But do we go with like a gloss black, or do we go with like a matte, like something like, how could I put it, like this? A matte black, I think would look nice as hell. Or maybe we go with like a pearl. Let me see, maybe metallic, something like that, where it pops, like this thing pops. Or should we go with like a matte? I'm rocking with this. This looks clean. And then we just gloss up the rims black. I think we'll go with that matte and then gloss up the rims black and tint the windows blacked out. I think that'll be clean. All right, let's get this thing back on the lift and then order some parts for it real quick. All right, so we got all the parts, came in this morning, put them back on, get this thing looking fresh like new. All right, I think we're gonna have to order more rubber real quick. Yeah, we're gonna need more. Let me see if I could place an order. All right, there we go. Place a quick order. We should be getting some in like a couple minutes. There we go. Yeah, but this car, they're nice. They're pretty clean. Very underrated. I guess you get the Camaro, the Corvette's such a popular car that the Camaro really doesn't get talked about that much, especially now where it's like they discontinued it, and it's just like, so it's a icky situation with them. But they're nice. They're really fast, especially when they cammed out. They sound badass. These things sound like a beast, y'all. But hey, it is what it is. If Chevy wants to do that, then good luck to them. I hope they just don't do like a Mustang where Ford got them on like a SUV now, wanting to be like Lambo and all of them, and Audi and all of them. That'd be annoying if they do that. But shoot, hopefully not. Hopefully not, because that would not be fun. All right, there we go. Supercharged SS model. Damn. He's gonna love this car. All right, that side's done. Continue right here. There we go. Car is gonna be brand spanking new. I need to get that. Wow. I'm balling, so I'm taking the time on my ride. All right, so we got the front done. Let's just get these exhausts put in, the mufflers, so this car sounds badass. All right, there we go. We did get the rear also, so this thing should be a quick breeze through. Let's put the rubber on. Yeah, and then after this, as you guys know, we got to work on the next time we come in, that Mustang for that one customer, the 1998 model. And then after that, I believe it should be the Lambo Challenger, and then that's it right now. And then the 2 dealership vans, and then we should be, you know, on a bit of a breeze with everything else. I think we should be good. All right, let's plug this in real quick before we forget. Get this. It makes it so much easier now when you have all the parts that you need. Makes it a quick breeze. You just plug in, save so much time, so you can get done with these cars quicker. That's what I love about this now. We put the truck way much more into use, getting so many parts. All right, there we go. It should have. Yeah, we did. All right. So this side is complete. We also got that. There we go. Get this rubber plugged in before we do anything else, so we don't forget. All right, let's get this side. Boom. There we are. Now we're looking good as new. Boom. Let's get rear wheel. There we go. Put this one right here. Brake pads in. All right, we got this side complete. Now all we got to do is work on this motor real quick for this car, and it should be ready to rumble, ready to roar. So we're going with the V8 okay, I just got to remember that. V8. Let's do this. All right, you guys, here is the motor for the SS Camaro, y'all. This is going to be a beast. It's gonna sound like a monster, dude. It wasn't hard either to get built or anything. It was pretty quick, easy, simple. I like that. very fast and efficient work done for it. It's very easy, surprisingly, with these cars to get done. All right, we're missing that. I had a feeling. But yeah, I'm a fan. It was very simple, nice, not too much BS for it. It is what it is. It happens sometimes. It's gonna happen to us. We're gonna find something that is gonna be a pain in the rear end to work on, like a Lambo. All right, let's get this put on. Let's get this fan put on real quick. All right. Yeah, we're missing one more thing. The ABS and the pump. We definitely don't want to forget that because that's very important. Okay. All right, so the front should be done. Now we just got to put all the liquids in real quick. All right, there we go. All right, all the fluids are in, all the oil is in the car. Now we just got to work on these rims real quick, and the drive shaft. Still missing a couple more things. Wow, there's only 3 bolts to this thing. That's surprising. And after we get that done, this car will officially be ready to roll. All right, let's get these wheels. Size 20. Okay, so 20s. All right, cheap rims too. They're not expensive. $612 for 4. It's pretty cheap. All right, let's get this thing on. Get these wheels looking fresh. We gotta make sure this car goes out in style, y'all. In style. Gotta be like Ric Flair over here, styling and profiling. All right, car is almost done. All we gotta do is tint the windows. Whoa, wrong thing. Use equipment. He wants it blacked out. We're gonna give it to him. There we go. All right, Camaro is ready to rumble. All right, man, this thing is gonna look badass. He's gonna love it. We gotta hear how this sounds. Let me see. Oh my Lord. Ooh, he's gonna love it. Supercharged Camaro, y'all. This thing looks clean. Thing has 780 horsepower, you guys. Factory power, dude. This is a monster. Like what? All right, what's missing? Hold on. It says body. What are we missing? Am I missing something? Oh, what? The rear left door? What the heck? Car has a rear left door? Okay. What else? We need the engine cover. There we go. Now it looks better. Let me see. 97. What else are we missing? Let's get it sold, get it out there, delivered for them. So we bought this car for $12,000, you guys, and we're selling it to him for $186,000. What a freaking profit. Let's get him out to him. There we go. We'll get that out, sent. Let's get the Ford moving because we got to go somewhere. We got to take a couple trips. Start this sucker up. All right, so let's take a look here. I'm trying to see. Ooh, Z06 supercharged. Okay. Let me see. Ooh, this looks clean. Oh my God, this thing looks clean, y'all. I've wanted to get a Ferrari 458. I have one currently in the garage parking spot to get built. Damn, that's clean. I just wanted to see, because yeah, I have one in the garage for as a personal that I'm gonna get ready to build and all that. Let's see what they have in the salvage real quick. Anything crazy? Let me see, because yeah, I want to. Well, actually, they don't have anything I need here. Let's go to the junkyard. All right, real quick, I want to see what this junkyard has, because I need to get more SUVs for the dealership. What the hell? On the right side? All right, we'll buy this. We'll see what ends up happening. Yeah, I need to get more cars out there for you guys, ready and rolling. Ooh, this is nice. I always get BMWs because those are fast sellers. We need to get more of those out there made. Ooh, a Jeep. We still haven't worked on a Jeep yet at all. 392 off-road. We'll buy that. Get that in the collections. I don't really care about that. What is this tank? Oh, a big Ford truck. Let me see. Skyjacker. We'll let that pass for now. I don't really need it. I wanna work on some stuff that can make us great money. There is a couple cars that I've bought and that I'm going to, we're gonna get this, that I'm going to work on very soon after we get all these cars done for the drag monster. No, that I'm gonna get worked on so we can make some big money in the industry. There's a couple cars that can make us a big amount of money, but we gotta get these done first for our clients, customers. And then, yeah, before we leave, we'll take a couple calls just to see. All right, we're back. Shut this door. Let's move this back to where it belong. All right. Oh my God, what the helly? Where's my truck? Yeah, I'm telling y'all, there's a huge line of cars that we gotta work on, a huge amount. All right, let's get this actually out of here also. All right, let's pull this Lambo up here, as well as this Challenger. I did buy one for myself personally. I'll show you guys one of these days. This one's, I think, a normal one. Yeah, this is a standard one. This is for a customer. We'll get to work on that after we get done with this Lambo. I'll explain to you guys in just a second. But yeah, I bought one. I'll explain to you guys. It's a bit different than a normal one. You guys will understand a little bit. But with this Lambo, so obviously y'all know Mustang is next, of course. But with this Lambo, so it's basically just gonna be blue with chrome rims, brown seats. So we'll gotta paint it up, clean it up a little bit, make it look a bit nicer. He doesn't want it to look fancy, so we're probably gonna take a couple things of this off, get it normal body style, and then go from there. So we'll probably get to work on this the next time we come in after we get done with the Mustang, just to get rid of it and move on faster. And then we'll get to work on this after, which would basically be blacked out everything, and that's it mainly. So yeah. All right, let's take a couple phone calls before we head out of here. So let's take a look here. Let's get this gentleman right here.
Hey, good morning, George. How you doing? My name is Greg Council. I'm giving you a phone call today. I've seen some of your work that you've done with your shop, and I love everything that I've seen is looking great. I want to get some work done. I got a car in mind that I've wanted for years. It is after my favorite actor, Paul Walker. You probably know, you did some work with Ben Diesel. It's a 2003 Porsche Carrera GT Track Edition. I know this has a big, bad reputation because it was sadly the one he passed away in. But I'm very interested in getting some work done if you could possibly do it gray. Like a light grayish with the aluminum wheels. It's basically just going to be for my collection for mobilia to look very nice. If possible. Thank you. Have a great day.
Oh, wow. So we're working on one of those then. That's going to be interesting. Shoot. It's going to be nice. All right. Let's take a phone call. Ooh, a Bugatti. Let's take this phone call. See what's up.
Hey, man. How you doing? My name is Richard Sterling. I'm giving you a phone call today. There's a car that I would like you to work on. I've personally getting ready to ship it out if you're interested. It is a 1982 Bugatti EB 110 full carbon. I want it looking clean as new. I want a brand new 0 miles on it. And if possible, blue with aluminum wheels. Make it look nice. It's not going to be used that much. It's just to my collect. Thank you.
Oh my God. So we got a bunch of people with, just wanting to get a collection car. That's nice. All right. So let's write this down. Porsche GT, or let's write it down right. Carrera T, if I can do it right. So he wants it gray, light gray with aluminum wheels, and then just stock. Okay. Bugatti EB 110. He says he wants it blue with aluminum wheels also. So that's going to be interesting. And let's take one more call. Let's go with let's take a phone call with this gentleman, Chevy Nova.
Hey, George, how you doing? My name is Jose. I'm giving you a phone call today because there's a car that I wanted to and was interested in you customizing for me. It is a 1972 Chevy Nova. It's one of my cars that I'm looking to get made custom as a project for the car shows when I go out to them. Would love if you can take a look at them, possibly get it built very nice, very old school, like not too much nonsense, just I like it to be old school, very clean, simple. If it's possible, I'm thinking about doing like a wine red with chrome rims, so if it's possible, give me a shout. Let's do some work. I want to get some business done with you. I love the work you're doing, and it's been awesome. Bye-bye.
Oh, wow, you guys. Okay. Damn. Okay. So I think I have at least one of those cars that one of the customers looking for, which is, I believe, the Bugatti. I have purchased one of those in the past, a couple days ago, actually, in the junkyard. I purchased one. I believe one of these. So he wants full carbon. This one's exactly the one he wants. So it looks like we're gonna have to go hunting the next time we come in for the Porsche and the Nova, because we haven't got a Nova. So yeah, this is the Bugatti. This is the type of car. This is the car that he's interested in. So yeah, we bought it at the junkyard. Has no seats, everything. It's literally just, you know, whatever. All right, well, let's close down this shop, make sure these vehicles are good. We're gonna probably get them worked on and done tomorrow. We probably won't get done with this yet. We still got to get those 2 vans done for those customers, so the dealership, so we'll be handling that. But let's get the heck out of here. We did what we got to do. Let's roll in the Jeep Trackhawk. This thing is nice, y'all. It rides smooth like butter. Look at that. Sounds clean. Let's roll.